A word for our listeners. Achtung Cthulhu is set in the 1930s and 40s. We will be using terms and sayings from those times, including some that could be considered offensive. It is not our intention to offend. We merely wish to offer as accurate a view of the time period as possible. Welcome to Masks of Nyarlathotep, a Nerd's Domain gaming podcast. Join us each week as our investigators uncover the corruption of the mythos in World War II. Starring George Chimples, Phil Durham, Rob Walker, Jestin Kimmet, Shirley Niedzwiecki, and Scott Troiano, with Matt Quiett running the table as the keeper. Eldritch evils and crazed Nazi cultists await you just beyond this music.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Nerds Domain Presents Masks of Nyarlathotep. I'm Matt, and I'm here with Shirley.
Hello.
Rob.
Having a good time.
Obviously. And Phil.
Yo.
And Jestin.
Hey.
And we're going to get into this last episode. It's going to be fantastic. You guys just murdered somebody.
It's the last episode of the evening, not the last episode of Masks.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess it is the last episode of the evening.
At least I didn't die because I was pretty sure I was about to.
Yeah, right? I should have taken a finger.
If you guys didn't come in when you did, I would have got myself killed.
Aren't you glad that they didn't decide to go look up your friend?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you guys are getting on a train and headed out to Rome. Is that correct?
I think that's the goal, right?
Okay.
Yes.
Discreetly, quietly,
Is that
and
correct,
safely
Shirley?
fulfill.
Quickly.
Yes.
You here?
Yep.
Okay. All
The
right.
faster we can get Brian to safety, the better off we're going to be in the long run.
All right.
He needs helps.
So, are you guys are headed straight to Rome. You're not even worried about it. You're not letting Gazelle know. You're just deuces, bro. Okay.
I'm going to leave
We'll find a way to contact when we get to a safer location to do so.
Okay.
But where we're at now, we can't spend a lot of time piddle farting. We need to evacuate ASAP.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure I could send a message later.
Do we have downtime, like waiting for the train to leave?
No. You get there, the train... Ironically, one of the things Mussolini's known best for, making their trains run on time. So, no, the train from Vienna to Rome actually runs on time and pretty regularly. You'll have time on the train itself for some downtime.
So we'll do that.
So, Shirley, I would like you to roll occult.
$11. So yeah, I got it by a lot.
Okay. So you learn a couple of things. First, from his translations and research, Ehrlichman deduced that Rome was the city referred by the strange rambling excerpt that I'll look at and see if you guys have that now. I don't know. Here we go. Where the son of a mortal princeling and the planetary embodiment of love does bring his stolen power, so shall a city be raised on the corpse of a sibling who has cheated death on the waters, but could not outrun its curse a second time. The city shall be great, unending, glorious in its power and conquest, the heart of empire, built on the blood of their lost forefathers and the faith and strength of men who know no fear because they have forgotten what befalls the mighty when they grow too arrogant and proud. The warmongering raises enemies who glance with envious eyes at the heart which lies hidden beneath that which marks the center of the universe, the center of Thule, about which all the worlds revolve. And not all such enemies are so easy put down as mortal man. This is an extract from this Black Stone of Sais as translated by Dr. Ehrlichman. God.
You're even looking at it, like
Right.
reading it, where you
Right.
can see it's not Ehrlichman.
It makes me so happy. Good job, Jesse.
Was that helpful, Shirley?
So excerpt from Black Stone of Sands.
Sais. S-A-I-S. Sais.
Sure.
Doctor?
Sais. Dr. Sais. Dr. Sais.
Dr. Sayers.
We're on the same page, Rob. So these are snippets of the legend of the founding of Rome. Wow.
Tome.
Rome, including Aeneas'
Rome.
flight from Troy, the rescue of the twins by Tiberinus, whatever, and the slaying of Remus by his brother, and sketches of the famous she-wolf statue suckling the infant twins. The notes also contain sketches of an unusual pyramid, much longer and less squat than the famous Egyptian types. Alongside the pyramid are the words Cestius or Remus, Porto San Paulo, or Lost Tomb of Romulus, Borgo/Vatican. Nubian, not traditional Egyptian. Beneath that is a brief discourse of what pyramids represent, including the world tree, the axis mundi, the link between heaven and earth, and a drawing of St. Peter's Square and its obelisk. You're going to have like an 8-hour ride by train.
Mm-hmm.
Not enough time to read the whole book. We're going to go ahead. I'm going to assume that you're going to finish reading the book before you die. No, I'm going to assume you're going to finish reading the whole book.
I would focus on the Atlantean part of it.
All of it's Atlantean.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
like, this is a book like... So, you're familiar with the Rosetta Stone,
Mm-hmm.
which taught us how to read hieroglyphs.
Right.
And the hieroglyphs talked about the laws that there weren't anything important. The Black Stone of Sais, from what you're gathering from these notes, is a history. Yeah, that's the obelisk. You're from what you're gathering is a history about these 5 pieces of this ancient machinery being split and the cities they were put in. The Black Stone is kind of a guide, a signpost for that.
Mm-hmm.
And he is translating that. So the whole thing is about Atlantis and what came from Atlantis.
Okay.
Does that make more sense?
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead
I
and...
meant the compass.
Oh, okay. You figure out how to use the compass. I'll have to look into that and see exactly what it says, because I don't know where that's at in the book. But you do definitely learn how to use the compass.
Okay.
You're going to have to work on the incantation, so it'll take a little bit of time to really verbalize everything the correct way. But yeah, you know how to. You also gain 5 occult. You just go up 5 occult. That's part of reading the book. On the train, what are you guys doing? Just trying to keep a low profile?
Yeah, I mean, ultimately.
You two, Brian and Jesse?
I figured I was helping her with the compass, but other than that, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try not to die and not get, specifically with my injury, and to not get attention called to us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So being that it's the next day, can we try to roll first aid?
It's
for
the
him?
same day.
Oh.
You guys went to the safe house for probably an hour or 2.
Right.
Oh, I thought we were staying there for longer.
No, because you were on the time limit before they started posting your names and pictures everywhere.
Okay.
So you guys are on the train headed to Rome. I guess it's a little bit farther to Rome, so probably more like 12 hours. Shirley, can you mark down 48 hours that you need to read the book, and you've done 12? Because I'm assuming that you're going to focus on this. When you arrive in Rome, you do so at one of the, the super fancy
Train station.
Sorry, it was the you guys suck.
You're all over
No,
the
thank
field.
you. I appreciate that. You arrive at one of the train stations, and then you're kind of lost because you haven't done much prep to come here, obviously. So what are your guys' plans?
I think that if we don't have any other places where we think we might be safe, I think that if we go to the Vatican, I can arrange for a safe place for us. I mean, I guess I don't know with our agency if there's any contacts that we know of in Rome where we would be safe.
You would have to contact your agency to kind of get that far. Honestly, you haven't been in contact because it's kind of a radio silent kind of deal.
Yeah, so if we're going to even make that contact, then again, it seems like the safest place to do so for us is going to, at this point, be with the church, where I can arrange for our
Sounds like a
safety.
plan to me.
Okay.
Astor seems to be uncertain.
Just thinking.
Do you want to share any of that?
Not until I formulated a thought, a coherent thought.
Are you not certain that Astor's going to want to go along with this plan, or?
I'm trying to think back on our history. Do I know that he's from the church? And
No.
that's where I'm trying to think and formulate and come to like a good thought. Like, what's your connection to the church, or where's your tie to the church? How do we know the Vatican's going to be safe? Like,
Is this what you're thinking, or is this what you're actually asking now?
that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm trying to just formulate the question.
I'm presuming that, as Augustus said, the others in the group don't bat an eye if that influences. That it doesn't come out of the blue to them.
Right. So then, to probably just approach it like, what is your tie to the church? How do we know the Vatican's going to be safe? Because where are they in this? I mean, they're clearly, the Nazis aren't really helping.
Neutral.
Yeah. Are they
Actually,
neutral?
right now, Italy isn't even in the war. They have not declared war. It's October. It's been a month. Hitler at this point has all but swept up Poland, and it's done there. There's been some clashes between navies, but word is that, or there's hints that Hitler has kind of called off some of that as well, and he's not even really like attacking shipping lanes right now. So it's this weird like, will he, won't he, what's going on? And there's rumors that an invasion is going to happen into France anytime, but there's no indication that that's actually happening. So Italy doesn't, for the history, Italy doesn't declare war until like June of the next year.
Okay.
And that's like after Hitler has entered.
So then it would be a
France.
safe location to go either way.
Yeah. Unless you run into, I don't know, some SS or some shit.
Right.
And that could get real bad.
Right.
Plus, this is a fascist dictatorship where if you just do the wrong thing, they'll still pull you and put you into essentially camps there too.
Right. And who are your contacts? Who do we have in the church?
I was raised in the church, so, and then I joined the American Army, and then I joined our group right here. So, being raised in the church, I just you learn about people and those types of things. I don't have any specific. I think there might be some people that I've worked with in my raise as being raised as an orphan. So we'll see who's there, but just kind of as a member of the church raised in it, I think that I can.
Okay, then what's our backup plan if that falls through?
Then we need to find a place to lay low.
Well, obviously that's why I'm asking the question. I think it would be nice to have a backup plan if this doesn't work out the way we want it to work out.
Well, then we need to eventually, either way, we're going to contact our agency. So if we can't do that through the church, then we'll use whatever methods that we've established for reaching out to them, and we'll do it from whatever safe location our money affords us.
Okay, I agree with that then.
So by this point, it has been 12 hours. You guys have probably slept. Blake, you are a little less rested. This is a very painful thing. You don't. You might have some pack morphine, but do you really want to be drugged? You've seen how it works when people get drugged up on morphine. They start having dreams and they turn on the party. If you want to be drugged up, that's fine.
No,
but it will affect.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't take anything.
Okay, so I would say that you are probably very tired, having been up for probably the better part of 2 days now.
Yeah, no doubt. Not my most coherent.
So you guys make your way to Vatican City, where, tourists come all the time, but don't typically pack trunks and stuff. So you're kind of you're kind of noticed by the guards and then approached politely. Just, how can we help you?
My name is Brian Blake. I was raised by the church in Ireland, and we need help.
Okay. Come with us, and one of the guards kind of motions you, and he takes you into one of the administrative buildings there and kind of sets you up in a nice little lounge with a radio and some chairs and couches, and it's a nice area to relax in. He says someone will be with you eventually. And it's about 40 minutes or so before someone with a collar comes in and says, I am Father Antonio. Which one of you is Mr. Blake?
That would be me.
Okay, Mr. Blake. You have requested help. I'm not quite sure what you're looking for. Could you please elaborate?
We need a safe space, hopefully for no more than a few days, and I need some medical attention. I'm clearly holding my arm.
Right. There are plenty of hospitals in Rome that could help you out with your medical issues. As for a safe place, there's only so much that the church can do, and I'm sure that we could get you into one of the local shelters to help you out there. Phil, the question is really, do you want to drop the secret code words to pull on your actual church resources, or do you want to kind of play it calm and cool? And either way, it's fine for me. I just want to know what direction you're looking to go.
And we're all here with the...
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry, I'm quite tired. Do you have some place that you and I could go and sit?
Absolutely. Do you wish to take confession?
Yes. I mean, I think that we could discuss these matters through confession, sure.
Okay. I'll have some food brought in for the rest of you. I'm sure this won't take long. And then he leaves, and Blake clearly expects you to follow him. And it's not 5 minutes before, I don't know, finger sandwich or something. There's enough there for all of you, and it's something sustainable. I don't know, pasta. It's Italy, right? Just bring in bowls of spaghetti.
Antipasta.
Yeah,
Olives
something finger foody
salamis.
and easily eaten, but also hearty. So, and then served with water and or wine. So yeah, you're taking kind of towards the confession booth. Do you stop him before you get there, or do you want to go ahead and go full in?
No, I'll go into confession.
Okay.
I need to confess.
Okay.
But yeah, in confession, not only will I confess, but I'll also kind of drop the words.
Okay. Do you start with that, or do you want to forgive me, Father, for I've sinned? I just murdered a dude, and I haven't told anybody. Also, we shot some other guys, and I might have fled Nazi Germany.
So I confess, all my sins, leaving none out, and then I drop, code words.
I see. I was unaware of your particular affiliations. I am not. I'm not sure what the next step is. However, he gives you your proper.
He tells me what I got to do.
Yeah, your things. I don't know what they're called. This is why we need to actually have a Catholic on the show. But he tells you your penance. There it is. And then he says, please head back to... Well, I'll take you back to the lounge that you're in, and I will let someone know that you're here.
Thank you. God bless you.
So he takes you back. You've been gone probably half an hour, 45 minutes. You did kill like 4 guys.
I got a lot of sins.
Yeah, you've been gone for a little bit, but when you get back, there's still food. People are eating. It's another hour and a half.
Are there any questions for me when I get back?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
You want to confess. I mean, that's...
Yeah. Jesse, anything from you?
No, I'm pretty sure what he went in there and talked about.
Okay. So you guys kind of hang out there, eat. Blake, you get some food in you. It's another hour and a half, 2 hours before someone else comes to the door. There's a brief knock before the door opens, and a gentleman that you saw in Vienna kind of walks in. He says, I'm Father Grave. Rooms have been prepared, if you'll come with me.
Excellent, thank you.
And then he kind of takes you deeper in. It gets a little confusing. You go through some back hallways. You don't see windows after a bit. You're either deep in a building or deep or underground. And he shows you to 4 kind of very sparse rooms. What you would assume, I mean, they're not cells by any means, but like this is like the epitome of, easy living.
Monastery?
Like, yeah.
Minimalist.
There's the word. He says, you're welcome to spend time in the hall, in the rooms. We ask that you not wander that direction and don't go here. Like, he gives you a list of places not to go, but they still have some room.
Those are where I'm going.
Of course you are. He says,
don't make me kill you, Augustus.
Mr. Blake, is there anything else that you need today? Or will this be sufficient for right now? We are bringing someone who can tend to your wound.
That's good for today.
Excellent.
Thank you.
So he kind of wanders away. It is probably late afternoon, like not yet dinner time. By this time, like it's been a long train ride and then kind of hanging out all day and walking through the city with some trunks and stuff. A medic comes, roll a D3. I'm not even going to roll for their skill because I just assume they're going to do their job correctly.
Ooh, 3.
So you'll heal back 3 hit points. How much did you take?
6.
So that's on, you're still a little hurt.
Will they look up my face?
Oh, yeah. Roll a D3. You just roll a D6 and divide it in half.
All right. It's late. 1.5.
What'd you roll?
3.
So 2. So that should heal you back up, right? Jesse, did you get whacked?
Nope, I dodged all of his swings.
That's right.
Jerk.
So you guys are healed up. The doctor really just kind of like patches your face, and then Blake, you get redressed. Bullets probably taken out, although the bullet's probably taken out. Like it's a little bit of surgery, but you've been field dressed before, I'm sure, for something.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal.
Choo-choos.
Right.
So are we still maintaining our cover at this time?
I don't know. Are you?
I just wondered.
Blake isn't because he called himself out.
Okay.
I'm
I'm
sorry
just
to say,
wondering,
if we're maintaining cover, we should use different cover because that other cover is kind of compromised.
right.
They've already uncovered that cover.
You need a cover for your cover with a cover on top? Gotcha.
Right.
The only reason I'm asking is, how is the postal between where we're at and America now?
America or Britain?
America.
I mean, it'd probably take a couple weeks.
We work for a British agency.
Yeah.
Oh, I understand that, but I don't know.
Well, you said there's nobody in Britain.
Yeah, there's nobody there. Just weld.
I
your
would
boss.
like to write to Evie and
You would.
tell
It would be
her-
faster for a telegram,
Mhm.
but it'd be cheaper for a letter. The letter's going to take probably 2 weeks there and back.
Shoot, we got some money.
Okay. So you're going to telegraph Evie.
Ooh, but that can be picked up by anybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's not telegraph. I will write
Okay.
letters about what we've encountered, and there's more out here than the stories she's told me. And
Okay. So you guys,
You're doing that in the privacy of your room.
yes,
Astor, are you staying kind of to yourself?
Yeah.
So Augustus, you're probably staying to yourself too, because Blake probably just fell right asleep. Like they
Yeah.
gave you some painkillers, not anything too heavy, but then you were right out.
I
So
was exhausted.
The night goes by. Evelyn, after you write your letters, I assume you spend some more time in the book.
Yes.
Let's mark down a couple more hours before it really is too much and you give up for the day.
Yeah, I zonk out.
Okay. The next day comes, and the same gentleman shows up.
Father Grave.
Yeah, you guys are brought breakfast kind of in your rooms. It's not like the rooms are locked and you're shut in there, but it's, even though they told you could roam around, it's kind of clear that they want you to kind of stay in this area. He says, Father Grave comes and says, so you came to Rome seeking assistance.
Yes.
What more can we do for you?
Well, we probably need a safe place if you can help us. That is perhaps outside of the Vatican, if you know of anything.
Okay.
And so maybe just point us in the right direction. I don't want to necessarily blow my cover.
I see.
With these folk. So I think I'm already perhaps pushing that. And then I have information I can share, and you can debrief me. Particularly, we understand that inside of the city there is an artifact, which might be the Nazis are likely seeking, along with 4 other ones that are spread across the globe for weapons related to Atlantean technology.
Okay, I see.
I wouldn't necessarily do a full debrief with him right. now because I wouldn't want to go too long. So I might, say, so here's the short and sweet. We can talk more later, but if you want to work on like a safe house, and
there is
I'll talk to them.
There is a housing area for some of our young priests. I'm sure we could accommodate 1 or 2 of the apartments there that you and your group could use. The other option is, if you have money, we could exchange it, and then you could go and stay at one of the nicer hotels. Generally, there is an eye kept on things as far as safety goes.
An eye kept by who?
By the hotel.
I think that it would be less suspicious for me if we got the money changed and got a hotel, if you know of one that will keep our interests.
Yeah, he points you towards what is clearly one of the nicer ones. You've spent time here at some point, and you know that there are some ritzy hotels, and that's one of them.
Okay. I think that we should have enough. Let me meet with my team.
Okay. He kind of leaves you to it.
Okay. So, sometime after breakfast, I don't know if you've seen that I've met with anyone, but I'll kind of try to call us all together. I think the church has probably done about as much for us as they can. If we gather all of our money, we should be able to have them change it for us into local currency. Then we can probably go to a hotel. The nicer ones will be more secure, I think. And then we can reach out to, what are we, MI6 or 7 or whatever?
Section M.
Section M. There we go. Through whatever established protocols we have for that.
Right.
Okay. So you guys get set up in the hotel. I assume that all works for everybody, right?
Yep.
Jesse?
Yes.
Okay. You guys get set up in the hotel, and then you head, you establish contact in the appropriate manner. You get back that you should head to Carlavato's, which is a shop, and check in on the agents Lucretia and Pasquino. It's an art supply shop. I'm sorry, what?
What was the name of the place again? Sorry. All right, then.
Carlavato's,
yeah.
Okay. Art supply shop.
It is a
not
stationer's and art supply shop in Via della Madonna de Monte, not far from the Forum.
It's not so much a restaurant.
No, it's not a restaurant. It's a stationery place and such.
So, what do I know of that area?
It's a small shopping area.
But it wouldn't look that unusual for 4 non-Italians.
No,
to
no,
go
no.
strolling in there.
Not at all.
Okay, then. I don't, and it's all formatted in the way that we would expect it to be.
What do
My
you,
par-
I'm sorry, I don't.
The message.
Oh yeah.
As soon as that's straight
Everything.
text or whatever.
Yeah, everything looks appropriate.
All right, gotta make sure you're not setting us up.
Right.
All right, I think we should all go together.
Okay. So you arrive at Carlavado's. I'd say probably late morning. And there is the door is the store is obviously closed. On the front is a notice from the OVRA, which is the Organization for Vigilance and Repression of Anti-Fascism, which is kind of like a military civilian police force. It's weird. Basically, it's closed because it housed political undesirables. So whoever was here is missing. Here we go. The sign is askew. An attempt has been made to paint the name out. The pane of the glass in the door has been smashed and replaced by a wooden board. Fragments of broken glass are still visible in the door and underfoot. When you peer through the window of the shop, it identifies that the interior has been wrecked. Paints, notebooks, sketchpads, and other pieces of artist equipment are scattered all over the floor, and several shelves have been dislodged from the wall.
Someone should go around back and see if there's a back entrance.
Agreed.
Which one of you is going to do that?
Yo.
Okay.
Should 2 of us go around back?
Yes, Augustus, you go along.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. So, can I get sneak or fieldcraft, whichever one you have trained?
Let's see.
I'll take Evelyn and see if there's like another shop window with an open shop.
There's
Keep
a
an
cafe
eye.
kind of across that you guys
We'll
can grab.
We'll go sit and have an espresso.
I
Won't
failed
you join
also.
me, Evelyn?
Sounds wonderful.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Jesse?
I failed also.
You both failed?
Mine was a 93 over 75.
Awesome. So you guys go around to the back.
I have good stats. I promise I do.
The door to the back
Sure.
is
Just
not
have bad rolls.
is not broken in. It is very much locked. Would you like to break in?
Yeah.
I'll try to pick the lock.
Okay. Can I get one of you to roll lockpick and the other one to roll spot hidden? Spot hidden.
Are you rolling lockpick? What is yours?
Maybe. So how's your spot hidden?
My spot hidden's a 70 and my locksmith is 50.
Okay, I'll locksmith.
I got a crit on the spot hidden.
Excellent.
A 1.
Excellent.
I got a 96 on the lockpick, which is over my...
Try again.
Okay. 82?
One more time.
Make it count.
43. You got it.
Okay.
Third time's
He
a charm.
takes an extreme amount of time,
Yes.
unlike with that desk drawer. But he doesn't eventually open it. The door opens into a small living area. It has been thoroughly searched. It's clear that it's been thoroughly searched. I need you to both roll spot hidden.
Would they have any bonus for, since we're in the same agency, we might know the same similar hiding spots tricks?
No.
Got it.
Okay.
Spot hidden. I don't see it on my list, but I'm pretty sure I got it. I rolled a 6. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got it.
So you both notice that There are paper oak, quote unquote, oak leaves scattered around the various room, reminiscent of the sign, the shop sign. Jesse, either one of you can roll history.
Let's see.
I got it with an 11 under 20.
I got it. I rolled a 4.
So you recall that the ancient Sibyl of Cumae, author of the Sibylline books of Fate and Aeneas' Guide to the Underworld, used oak leaves to record her prophecies. There are also postcards scattered through the floor, although there's a fair cross-section of what most people would consider to be the city's main tourist highlights. There are quite a few oddities, such as cards of badly damaged statues. Carefully checking these cards, which you do, reveals the names Pasquano, Marforio, and Madama Lucretia.
What was that second one?
Marforio, Marforio. Some of the famed talking statues of Rome, including the very ones of the two missing people. There's also a well-thumbed copy of a tourist guide to Rome, which looks like it might have been used by customers.
We'll go ahead and take the tour guide.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll probably take the note cards with the names on them, put them inside the tour guide.
Can I get a spot hidden from Blake and Evelyn?
A pass. Not quite critical.
Okay. Shirley?
Oh yeah, by a lot.
There are about 6 men dressed in a military kind of police outfit walking down the street, and someone comes out and stops them, pointing at the shop, before going back in the house, and the men kind of split 3 and 3. 3 go to the front, 3 go down the alleyway to go to the back.
So it comes to this again.
I will. Oh my gosh! Okay, I can't believe I'm doing this. I will stand up, bump into the table, and scream from the top of my lungs and faint.
Okay. I'm sorry. Let me rename these, or re-explain these guys. Immaculately dressed in a manner most reminiscent of a movie detective or gangster. They wear a double-breasted suit, a bow tie, and a fedora. Wow. Some have been
Men
known
in
to
black?
don spats. A little bit.
They're not
so,
gonna pay attention to
can I
me.
get a listen from Augustus and Astor? That's the word.
Miss.
Got it.
Augustus, you hear a scream. The 3 men that were going towards the front of the shop turn to come to the cafe.
I'll move to kind of wave air at the face of the fainting
Is it-
Evelyn.
Is there a window facing the commotion?
No, you can't see. There's a shop between you and them. Oh, you were in the shop. Yes, you can see out, and you see 3 men in uniform turn away, what you guys would pick up on as this police force or whatever it is, turn away from the shop and head towards the cafe across the street. But they were definitely coming towards the shop.
Is there somewhere to hide?
I have my gun with me, right?
Yeah, I would assume you guys have guns, and yeah, you could. I mean, you could hide in the shop, but if they come and do a thorough search, they're going to find you more than likely.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out the back way.
Are you both going out the back way, Astor?
Are you gonna tell Astor what's going on?
I hope he sees me.
He didn't
I will
hear
tap him on the
anything,
shoulder
though.
as I leave.
Yes.
And I'll point the guys out the window.
Following Augustus.
Okay, so I need you both to roll luck.
Oh, come on, have a 99 luck also.
No.
Is that a 95 luck or a 85 luck?
It's an 85.
Bummer. No.
So neither one of you succeeded?
My luck's only 50, so...
So you come out the...
No, I failed.
You guys come out the back door as you hear the boots of the men coming kind of around the corner into the little alley. And you hear... Jesse, you don't speak any Italian?
I don't think so. I speak Latin.
No, that's not going to do it.
I speak French.
I have a 60 in Italian.
Yeah, I knew you spoke Italian. I specifically told you to take it. You hear in Italian, "Stop where you're at," but they're not carrying guns.
I'll tell Jesse they said stop where you're at.
So are we stopping?
If you guys talk about it too long, you are.
How dark is this back alley?
Not that dark. It's like midday.
Doesn't mean the alley can't be too dark.
This isn't Gotham. There is no Batman.
Damn it.
So hypothetically, you could run and maybe toss stuff in the way so it slows them down enough and you get away. That could go badly.
Yeah, if we're gonna try to use a ruse, I'm trying to think of a good ruse to use. That would be the.
Okay, Dr. Seuss.
I don't know if we could do a good ruse.
Is there a good ruse to use?
I don't know.
Do you use a good ruse? Would you eat it on a fox? Would you eat it in a box?
Would I eat a fox in a box? Possibly. Fox. Oh,
They're kind of cute.
yeah. High on the cute to the delicious scale. Yep.
So what are you doing, Rob?
I'm stopping and waiting, letting them come to us.
Okay. So the three men run up on you. Two of them grab you very roughly. The third one pulls out. There we are. A Beretta pistol.
Oh, good.
This is what were you two doing in the shop?
This is my cousin's shop.
Oh, so your cousin with the dissident.
Didn't even know she was a dissident. She was a family relative when I came into town to visit. I was sent over by my aunt asked me to come check in.
I see. And your name?
Some Italian name, I don't know.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti ravioli.
Luca.
Buca de Bibbidi
Um,
boppity.
Papers.
Papers. I don't know where my papers are in my hotel room.
You ever seen papers? We
We would have papers for. No, we wouldn't. Shit, no.
You do know
the German
that
papers.
you do know that in Rome you're required to carry your papers with you at all times, correct?
I didn't.
In all of Italy.
No, I
That's-
didn't know that. Oh no, that's not good. I'm trying to act generally it's like surprised. And
Go ahead
shocked
and give
like
me a persuade. And your friend here, he kind of points at the other at Jesse's
2675.
at Augustus with his gun.
My friend he's
So what are they saying? I will ask in French.
Did you just
Yeah, he did.
this guy tried to follow me into the. Oh, no, I'm just kidding.
I don't know who he is. Just arrest him. Shoot him now.
I was like, this. I came in the shop and this asshole was in there. No. Oh, damn it, Jesse.
It was either that or German. I rolled the dice.
Or you could just stay quiet. He did tell you earlier you weren't allowed to talk. To which I say, Jesse, Rob, why did you take Jesse with you?
You're welcome.
I may just throw him under the bus. He may be SOL here. that would not be out of line with me.
You could judo chop him. You could take the gun.
This is my slow brother. He's with me because no one else can take care of him back home.
What'd you get on your persuade?
A 2675.
Okay. The guy holding him kind of looks at him and then like kind of roughly turns him so that that Augustus is looking at him and says, "Do you understand what I'm saying in clear Italian?" To which Jesse, all you hear is Italian. You have no idea what he said.
Spaghetti, spaghetti, spaghetti.
Why did we decide to be so terrible to the Italians? We weren't this mean when we were in Austria. I'm just saying.
Buongiorno.
Look, I've failed enough rolls tonight that I'm not even trying to do things that will be extraordinary. I'm just trying to get the hell out of Dodge with the skills I have.
Right.
What are Evelyn and I doing?
Oh, that's a good question. So the three men come over to check and see. There's a fainted woman on the floor. After all, I assume you got up to like fan her or something.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And they come over and start like attempting to help, but they're clearly like not helpful at all.
But they're not like groping, making out.
No.
Oh shit! You don't speak Italian.
No.
I do.
Yes, but you're
I'm
supposed to be
fainted.
fainted, Jackwagon. You people are terrible spies.
So, yeah, they're kind of trying to help her. You are picking up on some of the social clues, but the man, you have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. But
she only pretend fainted so she could wake up at any time.
That's true. You could wake up at any time.
I could, but then the guys would go away.
Rob, what are you doing?
How are they responding to my so?
They're trying to talk to your brother, and he's just standing there staring at them.
Yeah, no, that's actually working out for me. I'm like, see, he's just not all with it.
Put your hands up. So
I raised my hands too.
Okay, because you saw him. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, with my gun. No, I'm just.
The guy holding on to you, Rob, starts patting you down, pulls the tour book out of your pocket, and kind of tosses it on the ground. Not roughly, just kind of tosses it there, and then pats you down and finds the postcards. I assume you grabbed a couple of them.
I put them in the tour guide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pats you down. Are you carrying a gun? Really? You're not carrying a gun at all?
He would be carrying a gun, wouldn't you?
Are you carrying a knife?
I am carrying a knife.
Okay. Is
It's
it
in
like
my
a
boot.
full combat knife, or are we talking
It's
like
a
a
boot knife.
small? Okay. They pull. He does find the boot knife. He kind of pulls it out and tosses it over on the book. Jesse, you're carrying a gun.
Oh yeah.
So what else are you carrying, Jesse?
Stiletto.
Okay. Jesus.
I think that's it. I don't have my character sheet. Backside of it.
It says 500 soldiers, 100 gullets.
I throw out 500 soldiers.
Yeah, you have nothing
100
on the
gullets.
backside of your sheet saying what you're carrying. Yeah, you have a 45 and a stiletto. So they find both the 45 and the stiletto. When they pull the 45 out of his holster, they look directly at you, Astor, like, really? He's the slow brother? Really? You let him carry a gun around? They pull the magazine out, empty the chamber, and do not put it on the ground. They put it. The guy patting him down puts it in his pocket, and when they pull the stiletto, they toss it on the ground. They take both your wallets, which I assume you don't have any identification in them at all, because that wouldn't make any sense for you to have it. And they open your wallets. Any money that's in it, they pull out. Clearly, clear as day, that they pull it out and put it in their pockets and toss their wallets down. It's illegal to carry a firearm in Rome. Are you aware of that? Say it slowly to your brother.
Spaghetti, spaghetti.
Can I pistol him with it? I mean,
Yeah, let me borrow that.
Can I
Hold
borrow
on.
that for just a second?
Yeah. Take the bullets. That's fine.
yeah, you can have the bullets. I just need the backside of this. I need the butt of the gun. I say it slowly to my brother, my quote unquote brother.
In what language?
I don't want to see you in this neighborhood again. Got it?
Got it.
And as you start to bend down, he grabs the boot knife and the stiletto. These are nice. And he turns and walks away with them. And all the money. You probably had the equivalent of like now like modern day like $500-600 on you each. But you didn't end up in fascist jail.
No.
I mean, that's kind of a win.
As soon as they're out of sight, I'm rolling fists on. Yeah, that's a hit on Jesse.
Yeah, Jesse,
I'm going to dodge.
Okay.
I'm not going to dodge.
You don't have to do actual damage.
No, but I kind of almost want to.
Yeah, so you guys are left with essentially just a tour book and now have been de-weaponed. Which good thing you picked up some Walter PP.
I say, yeah, we got some extra hand,
PP, whatever.
extra weapons, thankfully.
PP.
PP.
All right, I think that's going to be a good spot for us to break. This is a little short, but we are all tired. This has been the Masks of Nyarlathotep. Don't forget to go over to nerdsdom.com to check out our other podcasts, and we will talk to you guys real soon.
Damn it, Jesse.
And that will do it for us tonight on the Nerds Domain presents Masks of Nyarlathotep. Remember, you can email us at nerdsdomain@gmail.com or find us on facebook.com/nerdsdomain, on Twitter @nerdsdomain, or over at our site, nerdsdom.com. Be sure to sign up for the newsletter while you're there. You can head over to iTunes and give us a 5-star rating. We want to thank Josh Schott for our music. Don't forget, you can support us at patreon.com/nerdsdomain. And check out our shirts at slashloot.com.